FBI's Trump-hating Andrew McCabe retires in 4 days, gets worst news of his life. By Dan Lindsay, Politics U.S. News from AdWorldNews.com. Trump-hating former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe is retiring on Sunday, March 18, 2018, but someone needs to put this deep state hack on suicide watch after he just got the worst news of his life today. You don't want to miss this. According to the Daily Caller, the FBI shocked the intelligence community and the nation by recommending that the former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe be terminated immediately before he is allowed to retire with full benefits on Sunday, March 18, 2018. According to the New York Times, McCabe's penniless departure hinges on decision from our do-nothing Attorney General Jeff Sessions. This is truly the Attorney General's opportunity to demonstrate the smallest amount of regard for our laws, for the laws of our country. So far, Sessions has made some colossally disappointing moves when it comes to going after deep state criminals. The recommendation to fire Andrew McCabe reportedly came from the FBI's Office of Personal Responsibility after they received damning evidence of wrongdoing on McCabe's part from Department of Justice Inspector General Michael Horowitz. Horowitz is the person who discovered the damning text messages between corrupt FBI agent Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, who were caught having an extramarital affair with one another while serving under Special Counsel Robert Mueller on the Russia investigation. To date, no reports have surfaced indicating that Strzok or Page have been disciplined or scheduled for termination. McCabe's name was referenced in multiple text messages between Strzok and Page as they discussed their anti-Trump sentiments and even an insurance policy against a Trump presidency. The level of corruption within our intelligence agencies, the FBI in particular, is astounding. Firing McCabe would be a good start to a much broader purge of individuals in the Bureau who think they are above the law. In the Inspector General's report to the FBI, Horowitz detailed his findings, pointing out that McCabe encouraged FBI officials to speak to the media in regard to an investigation into the Clinton Foundation. McCabe was suspected of trying to give Hillary Clinton preferential treatment as she was cleared of any criminal acts by the FBI's top brass. Additionally, Horowitz found that McCabe was not forthcoming to investigators when they inquired about his involvement in the matter. The Inspector General is expected to present a full report on his findings next month. Thank God he had the foresight to get this crucial information back to the FBI before McCabe was allowed to retire with full benefits. Andrew McCabe deserves an orange jumpsuit and the bottom bunk underneath his former boss, James Comey. Horowitz's investigation previously led to the relocation of Strzok to the FBI's Human Resources Department, but he still has a job at the Bureau, and that is a shame. Strzok was a key player in letting Hillary Clinton off easy without any consequences for breaking numerous laws with regard to handling classified information during her tenure as Secretary of State. At this point, how could Attorney General Jeff Sessions not fire Andrew McCabe and send him packing with nothing more than a box of his office belongings? McCabe was previously scrutinized by President Donald Trump and conservatives for his wife's connections to former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and campaign contributions received. McCabe's wife, Jill McCabe, had hundreds of thousands of dollars donated to her campaign in 2015 from a political committee which was controlled by former Virginia Democratic Governor Terry McAuliffe, one of the Clintons' closest allies. Following a meeting with the current FBI Director Christopher Wray in January, McCabe stepped down and decided to go on leave until his retirement date. Sarah Isker Flores, a spokeswoman for the Department of Justice, confirmed for the Times that McCabe's employment is under review. The department follows a prescribed process by which an employee may be terminated, she said. That process includes recommendations from career employees, and no termination decision is final until the conclusion of that process. We have no personnel announcements at this time, she added. Wolf Blitzer, Sessions considering whether to fire McCabe. Oh, this is long, but let's just take a quick listen.
And there's breaking news involving another possible firing by the Trump administration. Get ready. We'll be right back.
This is CNN Breaking News.
There's breaking news. The former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe could be fired just days before he's set to retire. The source says the Attorney General Jeff Sessions is considering that recommendation stemming from McCabe's actions in an investigation of the Clinton Foundation. Our Justice reporter Laura Jarrett is standing by. She's over at the Justice Department, has details. Laura, explain the basis for this complaint against McCabe that could lead to his actual firing.
Well, Wolf, after a 22-year career at the Bureau, we have now learned that former Deputy Director Andrew McCabe could be fired in just days. He is set to officially retire on March 18th, this coming Sunday. As you know, he stepped down abruptly in January, and now we've learned that the Office of Professional Responsibility at the FBI has recommended his termination to Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Now, Jeff Sessions has not made a determination. In fact, the spokesman, Sarah Flores, has said the department follows a prescribed process by which an employee may be terminated. That process includes recommendations from career employees, and no termination decision is final until the conclusion of that process. We have no personnel announcement at this time. Now, Wolf, this entire situation stems from an internal forthcoming report from the Inspector General's office, that internal watchdog at DOJ. And that report will claim that McCabe misled investigators about his role in approving other FBI officials to talk to the media back in 2016 about an ongoing investigation of the Clinton Foundation. Now, McCabe did not have any comment about this most recent development, Wolf, but you can be sure we will find out more as we see that report. It has not been released yet, that Inspector General's report, and is expecting to be wide-ranging and cover a multitude of issues stemming from the 2016 presidential election, including then FBI Director Comey's decision to come out just days before the election announcing a decision on the Hillary Clinton email probe, Wolf.
And an issue would be he's got a 22-year career over at the FBI. If he's fired, as opposed to being allowed to simply retire, what, he would lose his pension? Is that right?
That's exactly right, Wolf. As I mentioned, he's been on terminal leave since January, when he somewhat abruptly stepped down, and he was set to retire this Sunday. But if he is fired before, he would lose his pension.
All right, Laura, we'll stay on top of this story. Very interesting indeed. Thanks very much, Laura Jarrett at the Justice Department. Let's bring in White House correspondent for Reuters.
Well, the bottom line is that Andrew McCabe is lucky to be a free man, and that may change in the future. Of course, he deserves to be fired along with a few other clowns at the FBI who have ruined the Bureau's reputation. American patriots are counting on Attorney General Jeff Sessions to do the right thing in this situation and terminate McCabe immediately with no retirement benefits. Let's see what Jeff Sessions does. Is he going to do it or what? You know, very good question. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.